Started from the bottom, all I had was a dream. Always been alone, never really had a team. Cause the loyalty is suspect, nothing's what it seems. As I'm counting all this money, thinking how to make it clean. Never been broke, see I always had a job. And before I learned to hustle, I was taught how to rob. Nice with the hands, but I'm iller with the shot. Battling depression cause it's lonely at the top. Drinking all this Henny just to try and ease the pain. Though I never had regrets, there's some things that I wouldn't do the same. I would never change for some change, and I never let the sneak distance take me out my game. I'm a grown man. Unless it's for my kids, I don't hold hands. Cause they hate it when you focused on your own plans. So I gamble with my money, I don't gamble with my life in the street. Cause you only get one chance. Grab a bottle of that Henny and I mix it with some Red Bull. Got a couple pills that I'm popping for the pain.
What's going on? My name is Marcus Whitley, and yes, this is Good Behavior. So, in this episode, I want to talk about commitment issues. Now, I know the first thing that comes to mind when you hear commitment issues is a relationship. But a commitment isn't solely based on being in a relationship. Because every day you make a commitment to yourself. You make a commitment to your family, to your job. Like, that's just part of being an adult. You make commitments to all of these things, and even as a kid, you make commitments. Like, as a kid, you got a commitment to go to school. You make a commitment to be there for your team if you play sports. You make a commitment to hang out with your friends. Like, your word means something. So when you say you're going to do something, that's expected of you. It's about being reliable and dependable. Your character is based on what you say and what you do. If people know you're a liar, they're not gonna trust you. If people know that you don't follow through with what you say you're gonna do, nobody's gonna want to do anything with you. Like, why would anybody want to be around someone who never does what they say they're gonna do? I know I wouldn't. I mean, what are goals or dreams without ambition? I know a lot of people just like to talk about what they want to do, but never actually follow through with anything that they say. It's like the idea is more important than what it could become. Like, some people are satisfied with just having an idea. But honestly, my thought process doesn't let me understand that. Because it's like, what good is just having an idea if you're not going to do anything about it? I mean, maybe that's because I'm somebody who's full of ambition and drive, and I have to see things through when I do them. Like, I remember when I was making music, right? And I wanted to do something to showcase my city. So what I did was I put an album together that every song on this project had a feature with another artist from the city. And every beat on the album was produced by another person in the city. So the whole project was city-based. Now, the idea of it was cool. It was something new that's never been done before, and when I spread the word, everybody was with it. But that's how it goes. Now, when I got everything together and it was time to start recording, it was like people were impossible to get in touch with. I couldn't find anybody anymore. Everybody was too busy or just not around. So, I mean, it took a while, but I finally got it done. And the project came out crazy. But at the same time, it was it was one of the worst experiences that I've ever had, at least musically. Like having to chase people who made a commitment to do something. I'm never going to put myself in that situation again. And what else was wild to me about that was even after the project was done, like I threw an album release party so that way everybody on the project, we could all perform and, just have a good time. And only 3 people that were on the album actually showed up. But I had a lot of other artists that were there that weren't even on the project, as well as the fan base that I had. So, I mean, it was a good turnout, but nobody that was on the project was part of it. So that was another thing that made me be like, yo, I'm not doing that again. I don't know if it was people's pride or they wanted it to be something that they did, or, I mean, let's be real. A lot of people just aren't reliable, and that's a reality. But after the project and the release party and all that were done, I never reached out again. Because there was no point. Like, I already saw their character after going through that whole process, and I was good. So just distance myself from that. Not saying that any of them are bad people, because they're not. At least not that I know of. But when you know how somebody is, you know how you want to interact with them. Relying on people is too much of a hassle. Like, I hate waiting for people. Like, that's one of my biggest things. Like, when somebody says they're going to do something or they're going to be somewhere and then nothing. And as many times as I said that I was never going to go through this again, I did. And recently too, like with this podcast, so many people that I've reached out to be guests and share their stories. And the people were all with it, made a commitment to it, and then I don't hear from them, or they just never showed up. But this time, though, I already knew what to expect from before, so I handled things a little bit differently. I gave it one chance when I reached out to people, but I always made sure that I had a backup plan. Like, I like to stay ahead of things, so when I record episodes for this, like, I try to be a couple weeks in advance, so that way I never fall behind. So that way, if I do try to get a guest a certain day and it don't show up, I'm not worried about not having something for this week, because I want to always make sure I got something for you guys. But I have been fortunate enough to have a lot of good guests on here. But the other ones, like I said, that shows me their character. But like, I understand when, like, I know people get busy. I know life hits. That's not the type of people I'm speaking about. So I don't want you to get that confused. So when you're dealing with people, like, you can tell when somebody wants to do something or wants to be there with you, but something happens where they can't. As opposed to, somebody who's just sitting there playing games with you or just giving you the runaround. Like you know the difference. I mean, like I said, you can tell when somebody's committed and when they're not. And again, that could be it could be with a relationship, it could be with a friendship, it could be you saying you're going to do something or be somewhere. It could be anything. And if you if you know that you're not committed, then what's the point? Because there's always going to be consequences. Like, you can't do something like that and expect there not to be. Like, if you don't go to school or you don't go to work, people are going to start to question that. And then there will be consequences. Like, something's going to happen. Consequences could be you get suspended, you get fired, you could burn bridges and lose good friends or relationships. Like, it'll get real lonely when nobody wants to be around you anymore. So, if you take away anything from this episode, I hope you understand how powerful your word and your voices are. Like, don't ever take it lightly. Now, I hope this episode was able to open your eyes if you're someone who has commitment issues. Now, my name is Marcus Whitley, and this is Good Behavior. So until the next episode. For more episodes and info, you can find me on all social media at I am Marcus Whitley, and find any of my books, Both Sides of the Street, Choices and Consequences, Greatness Under Pressure, and Battling Demons, all on Amazon. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.